All right, all right, all right. Yo, what's up? What's good? What's happening up in this beast up in here? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Mad Hatters podcast, Pop 530, Mad Hatters 530. Rest in peace of the last show title. Rest in peace, yeah. What's up? I am here. Man, I am your host, which I'm your host, Queen Alexis, your girl with all my luxuriousness. We back on StreamYard because you stream stuck. Really, really sucked. Suck monkey balls. Don't do it. Anyway, and I'm here with my boy, Mr. You Know Who, aka Fuck Them Kids, aka Fuck Them People, from the last show. From the last show.
What are telling these motherfuckers that? No, no, no. I'm all about the
Michelle.
children. I'm all about the kids.
Well, he all about the kids. What
Wow.
about the rest of them?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
And we here with our girl, Avis Davis, the angry, the concerned, the pissed off, all that in a bag of chips. Okay. Yo, shout out before we get started, shout out to our girl Avis Davis, and her wonderful interview that she had with her dad on this morning with the Life Grind crew, man, Jay Hendo. That was amazing. Shout out to Mr. Avis Davis. I'm playing Mr. John Davis for the amazing and inspiring interview. Our love and our prayers are out to you and your family and everything. Just keep on fighting. Keep on fighting. That's Mr. Superman over there. So much love to you, Mr. John Davis from the Mad Hatters. Much love. We praying for complete healing. We praying for more strength every day. So yeah. So shout out to you. You did amazing. And you've been holding it down over there. You've been holding it down, Mavis. Go ahead. Look, she gonna be famous.
They don't know what they're getting down here in the South.
Mm. Look, they famous. You gonna be famous. Look, have you practiced your autograph yet?
I need to work on that. I really do.
Look, it gotta be a doctorate. A doctor autograph. Shout out to Mom Dukes. What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all, we are here on tonight. We're about to talk about this abortion ban law down south. Whoo. Yeah, yeah. It's one of them damn nights because I'm trying not to be emotional about it. I'm trying to stay logical about it. But some stuff is just some bullshit in itself. So anyway, we're gonna get into it. But before we do, let's head on into these news. I got one quick news, okay, because there has been a controversy around the new special that Dave Chappelle came out with, the closer. Yeah. What up, Marie? That's good, girl. Yeah, it was good, homie. We gonna have fun. Yo, but it was claimed that it was transphobic, and the reason why it's caused such an uproar is because recently, I just emailed y'all the article right quick. There recently it came out that Netflix fired somebody, a black trans software engineer. Oh fuck. Well, according to the thing, let me turn to the article coming from The Verge, theverge.com. It stated that this person was also an organizer of the trans employee walkout because of the special being transphobic. Well, It's clearly stated, quote, Netflix have fired a leader of the Trans Employee Resource Group as who was organizing the upcoming October 20th walkout. The employee, who is black and currently pregnant and trans, asked to not be named for fear of online harassment. Now, later on in the article, if you read it, the names are Verge, you bogus. You bogus. Side eye for the Verge.com. Three paragraphs down, you're going to name the heifer. You wrong. They have been encouraging trans employees and allies to walk out of work in protest of Netflix handling of the Dave Chappelle special, The Closure. Now let's stop here and talk about this. For those who don't know about it or haven't heard about it, the LGBTQ plus community had came out and uproar about this special because they claimed that it was going around and said it was transphobic, that he was actually dumping on trans people and everything. They emailed and sent complaints to the Netflix company, and the president of it was and CEO was like, yeah, but nah. He already paid. It's already out. Gone somewhere. All right, cool. There. The employee declined to speak to The Verge for the story. One of another former employee of Netflix said, and quote, all these white people are going around talking to the press and speaking publicly on Twitter, and the only person who gets fired is the black person who was quiet the entire time. That's absurd and just further shows that black trans people are the ones being targeted in this conversation. That employee was the other one was terminated on suspicion of leaking metrics to the press related to the Dave Chappelle special. Those metrics about how much Netflix paid for The Closer and how many people will it reach subsequently ended up on a report on Bloomberg. Just so happened to. It just popped up on that mug. It just fell out of the company and showed up on Bloomberg. While the employee has shared the metrics internally, they spoke out against the leaks to colleagues worried that they might hurt the walkout movement. The leaking, now this is the hilarious part, the leaking of the internal data is highly unusual at Netflix. While the company prides itself on transparency, employees are told that the culture can only thrive when Netflix data remains internal. Mind your business. They also said that it was leaked because the employee was not invited to a director level meeting that she was not invited to, so she leaked the information. Talk about petty. All the way petty. Oh, so I can't come to this meeting? Fuck it. So Dave Chappelle got paid, and this about to be reaching this people, that people, and it's about trans folks, and he said he transphobic, and he ain't shit. Off of not being able to be in a meeting. She wanted to be in the room where it happened and decided to tell. What y'all think about that? That's some fucked up shit. Devontae,
You're on mute.
You on mute.
You know, I'm done talking about Dave Chappelle. I think that's hella funny. I thought this was about the white girl. When did this happen?
This happened. This came out on yesterday.
Really?
This happened this week.
All week I was sharpening pitchforks and like sharpening knives and shit, getting ready for this white lady, and here this black lady come getting fired.
It's just the fact that how she got fired. That's what get me. And further let me know that was a sister.
YouTube is focused on the white lady from Dear White People. Y'all know anything about that?
What about the Dear White People?
Okay, so here's a setup. One of the showrunners for Dear White People, which if you know anything about the show, it's about a black college and it's about a college and these black kids that are kind of anti-white, but they're really more like pro-black and all of this stuff. Well, there's this white trans lady that writes for the show, like she's one of the premier creators on the motherfucking show, and she was at the forefront of this whole Dave Chappelle situation. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where they fired this black lady from. Like, where'd they even fucking pull her? Where'd she come from? Because YouTube is going crazy about the white girl. So
I heard about the white girl as far as what she said about the Dave Chappelle thing. I didn't know she was part of the Dear White People show, which kind of further, in my opinion, just my opinion, explains why this last season totally sucked.
I haven't watched everything going on this season, whatever like that, but
they made it a fucking musical.
I did see that part. Yeah, I did see that musical. Part. I don't know. It's interesting how like out of nowhere this firing comes, but at the end of the day, I stand behind Dave. I feel like it's satire. You either get the joke or you don't. Ain't no point in fucking hooping and hollering about it. And by the end of the show, when he's talking about Daphne and all that, it's like, you gotta look to your motherfucking self. You know what I mean? Like, if the LGBT community is shitting on people within the community, mm-hmm. that's an internal issue that we have no control over. Y'all shouldn't be shooting shots at Dave. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If anything, he's trying to put people on at that point.
I don't think that anything that he said in there dealing with the LGBTQ community was a shot at them. When he was talking about Daphne, he was just telling her story. That's it. He wasn't like, oh, she was a trans, this and that. He was not. He was not at all. And I don't know why it came out that, it was so transphobic. Oh my God, it was so against the LGBTQ community and everything. I'm like, that's what made me actually watch it. Like, okay, what did he say? Because Dave Chappelle will say some stuff, but he ain't that bad. Like, he ain't George Carlin bad. He ain't Carlos Mencia bad. Okay?
Nah.
Richard Pryor bad.
Nah. And you know what? I just want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Chicago native, Miss Flame Monroe. She's a part of the LGBTQ community.
I love her.
I've known her for years.
I love her.
Yo, like I used to be in the DJ booth, you know what I'm saying, trying to learn and observe that she, handling the mic, MC and doing her thing. Because
is it his internet or mine?
I think it is. Devontae, you breaking up. I was wondering if it was mine. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I think his is breaking up. So,
yep.
But,
it looks like he's frozen, like from like Flavor Flav.
Outside of the LGBT community. What's so funny?
You was frozen for a good quick second, and it looked like you was about to looking like Flavor Flav.
Wow!
So we didn't hear the last part at all.
See, that's that streamline.
You were stuck like this. You were stuck like.
Yeah. So what was the last part?
I ain't repeating none of that shit. Fuck all that. I went through all this.
Well, hold on. But speaking of Flame Monroe, she has been one that always been saying, y'all worried about the wrong damn thing. Y'all worried about pronouns. Y'all worried about what somebody said about this, somebody said about that. We need to worry about housing. We need to worry about health care for our community. More important things than just, oh, address me as this. If I identify as this, do this. If you say something about us, just the slightest, we going to hell off and everything. I think she right. That part is a respect level. There's more important things that all of us as a community, as a people, need to be worried about other than the petty shit. So yeah, I'm gonna need, look, I love my LGBTQ community, but I'm gonna need y'all to just do your own research, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do not go off of hearsay, because that's what causes a bunch of drama, a bunch of bullshit in the first place with it. And then you find out later on that ain't even how it was. So now what? You know, destroy somebody's career off of some hearsay shit. Go on, find out, do your own research somewhere with that bullshit. What about you, Mavis? How you feel about the whole scandal? Being a comedian, the whole scandal, like, are y'all being more censored now than ever?
People are being more sensitive. People are reading too much into the damn jokes themselves. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people going through shit.
Mm-hmm.
People are going through a lot of stuff. So, like for me, my coping mechanism is my humor. My coping mechanism is my jokes. Like I will say stupid off the wall shit and make myself laugh and make others laugh. Granted, yeah, someone might get offended by it, but I'm sorry if you got offended. And maybe I'll set the foundation. Like I'm sorry if I offend you, but at the end of the day, if I'm making one person laugh, like that's a big deal because there's a lot of shit going on,
Yeah.
and I actually got to watch, I want to say like the first 20 minutes of that show um on Netflix while I was at the gym. And of course my dumbass watches comedy while I'm doing cardio. So then
That's
at the end of the
fun.
day, right, it is fun because then I can't breathe while I'm doing my cardio workout. But
That's true.
he said some funny shit. He's because he was talking about like COVID and how he said that he felt like he was the Magic Johnson of COVID. And I was like, damn, I'm like, bro, that's so, like, it's funny, but it's so messed up. It's funny, and I can understand why people are going to get offended because of Magic Johnson's, you know, health issues. But at the same time, like, that shit's funny. I get it.
It's
But stop reading into shit too, man. Like y'all are reading way too far into it.
way too far up in it,
Stop
and it
assuming
needs to
shit
stop.
because right. Because you assuming you're just making an ass out of yourself and then you're causing people to lose their job over, stupid assumptions. Do your research.
It's too
But here's the
much.
thing: if you pay attention to the show closely, he led us down this trail. He led us down this trail intentionally. The man asked, "Is there such thing as being a part of the LGBTQ community and being racist?" And those of us in Chicago, we know that is a fundamental fact.
It is. You ain't
It is
jumped
a
on that.
fact. That is why we have two completely separate gay pride events on one or other opposite ends of the week in for Pride Month. I mean, like it's a real thing. So it's kind of like, you know, there is a contrast to being able to say, yo, how can you live in a world where black people are getting killed in the street,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much disparity going on, but at the same time we don't have the protections of being able to say, if I say the wrong word, you're going to see some trouble. We don't have that. And that was
Right.
kind of the point, and people missed it. And, fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's
But
a mess. It's a whole mess. And what's up, Jay Hendo is in the building. What's good, homie? What's
Jay
good?
Hendo, CEO of LifeGround, baby.
what up, Jake?
Yes, yes. Just to let you know, we talking about the Dave Chappelle news special and everything. Was it transphobic? Is it really worth the whole, uproar that's been going on and scandal and all that bullshit. So yeah, like we said, do your own damn research and shit, okay? Stop be following stuff. So hey, cool. Any more news, Devontae? You got any more news that was very interesting?
I'm just gonna say this. I watch a lot of YouTube. Brothers, niggas, stop fucking snitching on yourself, bro. So I'm looking at YouTube. I run across Charlie Bo 313. Yo, this motherfucker is literally just driving around the neighborhood and letting these niggas snitch on. These motherfuckers pulling out bangers on camera, telling each other's government name, setting everybody up for indictments. Nigga, please, for the life of God, stop doing that shit. For yourself, for you people, for the culture. Stop snitching. God damn.
I don't know.
That's it. That's all I got.
Honey, I don't know why they keep doing that. Just constantly be out here talking about, man, this little Pookie, aka Nathaniel Johnson. Be like, nigga, with a whole front seat for the weed, cocaine, and everything, like burners and everything. You be like,
low key, it's a motherfucker riding around Chicago with a whole camera in his car. He just driving around the neighborhoods at night and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching that type of shit on the internet. Like, hold on. So I tune into this channel, and dude just riding around, and he hitting all the neighborhoods, all where the real niggas at, with a whole camera on the dashboard. I'm like, man, come on, this shit gotta stop. Keep your eyes open.
Stupid. It's so stupid. It's really stupid, man. Man, so without further ado, let's go jump into this topic tonight. We are talking about the abortion ban law down in Texas and southern states that they're trying to spread out. What it is they call it the heartbeat bill that they are trying to pass, and it's coming up against a lot of adversity and people blocking it for a reason. So just to fill y'all in of those who really don't know about it or haven't heard about it, according to CNN, the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said this past Thursday, like the Thursday before, this past Thursday, that it would allow Texas' controversial new law to ban abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy to stay in force, while it considers an appeal of a judge's order blocking it. The vote of the panel was 2-1. The Texas law bans abortions after fetal cardiac activity is detected. Pretty much after you hear the first heartbeat, the heartbeat is detected, which usually happens about 6 weeks into a pregnancy and often before a woman knows she is pregnant. It's been the subject of a heated litigation since before it took effect at the beginning of last month. The Justice Department has challenged the law in a federal court. U.S. District Judge Robert Pittman on October 6th blocked the ban. Texas appealed, and 2 days after Pittman's order, and a three-judge panel of appeals court put up a brief administrative hold on the order. So 3 people got in the room and went like, let's put a hold on this and everything. The appellate panel has now extended to hold to last while it considers Pittman's order on the appeal. Judge Catherine Haynes, a George W. Bush appointee, and James Ho, a Donald Trump appointee, voted to let the law remain in place. Judge Carl Stewart, a Bill Clinton appointee, dissented. With the 5th Circuit Court's latest move, the Justice Department is expected to turn to the Supreme Court with a request to halt the law. The Supreme Court has declined to block the law after clinics requested an intervention earlier this year. Mm. So, based off of that, what y'all say? What y'all think about the whole thing? The whole down south, they like, hey, when the heartbeat is detected, you can't have an abortion. I really think they really need to consider everything involved here when it comes down to women's choice, because pretty much you're going up against Roe versus Wade. That's what you're doing. Because if you're gonna block it with with like healthy and more of more healthier ways of an abortion with these clinics, you do know these women gonna go somewhere else and probably go back in the back alleys things where they will end up risking their lives. So what say y'all? What say y'all? I'm gonna start with Mavis because I'm scared of Devontae's answer. Jesus.
All right. So all in all, I'm not saying, people should go out and have abortions. I'm not saying I think you are sinning if you are having an abortion. It is your body, it is your life. Do as you will, right? But at the same time, if a woman gets raped and she gets pregnant off of that, I think that is definitely acceptable for an abortion because you already have so much PTSD, you already have so much trauma just from being raped. So now, if you're going to make this a law, now this poor woman is stuck with this for the next 9 months of being pregnant, and maybe she even builds a connection with this baby, right? Or that's one aspect. Or the second aspect is she gives birth to this child because she's forced to give birth to her rapist, by the child that she was raped by. And now she's going to have a lot more postpartum depression. She could
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of anger and resentment against this child. This child could be another child that's just going to be in the system who can possibly be neglected. There's so much behind it that people are not looking at. I understand, biblically, abortions are, again, you should not do abortions. And again, I'm not commending people who do it. I'm not saying, I applaud you for doing it, but there's also reasons to do it. Like I said, if I was raped, I would definitely, because I'm not going to already been through a lot of trauma. I don't think I could put myself through all that. I personally feel like there would be a lot of resentment. There would be a lot of postpartum depression. Um, and you're going to need a lot of therapy to get through that. I'm going to be 100% honest. This, it's crazy.
All right. Jay said, I agree with woman's choice, but what's going on, it's possible women can become sterile. And my thing, okay, I hear you. I agree with that and everything is that, but my thing is this. What if you dealing with a chick that don't want kids and we can't get ourselves pregnant? Y'all keep on shooting up the club.
Wait, hold on. For the women who don't want kids,
Yeah.
baby, either get an IUD, get a hysterectomy, get your tubes tied, get something done. If you don't want kids, eh, protection. If you're not going to use a condom, if you ain't going to use any sort of contraceptive, then take the shit out. Take the factory out. Shut it down. Shut the factory down. Just saying.
I mean, I agree. I agree. Birth control is not always 100%. I know a lot of women that get
I
pregnant
know.
off of IUDs, birth
Me
control
too.
pills, all that. So it's a very interesting subject. Okay, let us pray though. Devontae, 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 Jesus.
I just got one question. One. And my only question is, why is it that the people I would never ever in a million years fuck trying to always put sanction on the coochie? Like it's always a
I knew
ugly
it.
motherfucker saying no. It's always some nigga talking about what she shouldn't be doing.
It is. It
Bitch,
is.
sit down. Ain't nobody trying to get you pregnant. That's why you want all your kids. Baby daddy don't want you. Why is always an ugly motherfucker? I'm just saying. If she's young and hot happening, players fuck up. Shit happens.
It does.
But
it happens.
Let that fuck up her life. She gonna keep it moving. She gonna deal with it, the best way she see fit, and keep it moving. Now you got this fat, frumpy, Betty Rubble looking motherfucker running around here talking about the religious and what you. That's the same lady that's at the club talking about what you want to talk to my girl for. No, bitch. Slide your ass to the left a little bit. Nobody even introduced themselves to you, right? So my thing is this: pro-choice is just that. I'm all about a woman having the right to fucking choose. I don't feel that anybody, not these dudes, not these
because it is. It's mostly dudes bitches, that's talking about the shit.
Do you? And it should not be a question about it. You should not have to risk your life and your safety over one fucking bad decision. But now the irony in that is we live in a country that is pseudo-Christian that says, turn like, you can always redeem yourself and you should get more chances in your life, whatever like that. So where that shit at? If you make a mistake, that should not be the definitive moment in your motherfucking life.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Right. And my question is this, because also the biggest controversial part of this law is the whole, even if you got raped, even if she was raped, even if it was incest. Now, according to, I don't know if this is in your Bible, but I found it up in mine, that they named all of the sexual sins that is considered a sin. The church is so busy harping on the abortions and LGBTQ community and straight ignoring the incest part, because that's considered a sin up in the Bible as well. The rape, that's sin. It's like 17 heterosexual sins, like sexual immoralities more than homosexual, and one is bestiality. Let's be honest.
Look, here. Why we even got to go that far? Let's just look at fucking and not being married. Like, we ain't got to stretch that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers is hypocrites as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. I don't think it should always be on the woman. And this is the reason why we're talking about this, because we got the pro-life or pro-choice. Everything lies on that woman somehow, some way, when it deals with sex. If she get pregnant and she decides to have an abortion, oh, shame on her. She's the scum of the earth. If she get pregnant, she decides to keep her baby and everything, and she not married, she a harlot. Can y'all get up off of us?
People harlots still.
Well, she's just a promiscuous woman.
I ever met
Have you been to church lately? It's too much. It's too much. I myself pro-choice, because it's not just women out here getting pregnant, going to abortions and everything. The physical aspects of an abortion is terrible, literally terrible. Whether you awake or you're asleep, it's still terrible. And it causes a lot of stuff health-wise, yes. But at the same time, I don't think nobody on this earth ever fucked with the mindset of getting pregnant.
Okay, to be fair, and I had to talk to my daughter about this shit. Apparently, there is a small number of dudes out here that, for whatever reason, they got it in their mind that you are just so fine that they just gotta impregnate you. So I have to be fair, and I wasn't one of them niggas, but I don't understand it. But that's a thing. So, in all fairness, we gotta acknowledge that yes, there's some people that do that. My argument is, as a woman, with all of the physical toll, the emotional toll that comes with pregnancy and carrying a baby, I can't imagine any woman wanting to go through that and wanting to go through it more than, she has to. So it's like that whole pro-choice thing is about making decisions that are going to affect the rest of your life, but your body, your emotional state moving forward. And these women need to know they can make those decisions safely. You know what I'm saying?
Safely. That's the whole thing about it. Safely. It's the safety of this. And I get it. Everybody want to go, well, you can, that woman can become sterile or cannot have children afterwards. Yes, that's a possibility. But would you rather her do it in a medical facility where it will be safe? It will be safe for her to do it, and she will possibly supply, like literally survive this, then to go to somebody who doing the illegal butt injections as well at the same time in a very unsterile place where she can catch catch infections and possibly die right there and there. It's just our choice. And I don't think men, and it's mostly men that is trying to come up with this law that is getting me this, as far as the lawmakers go.
Bullshit.
As far as the
I'll push
lawmakers,
a motherfucker down a flight of stairs. I ain't gonna lie to you.
on the corner.
You by me is mine.
Go.
Let's go skating tonight. Bet.
What? You want to go skating? Yeah. Skateboarding. Parkour. No. But as far as the lawmakers is going, as it is, that making these decisions, these judges are mostly men. And I believe in the Bible, Bill. I believe what the Bible said. But you're not addressing at all the rape. That woman being raped, that woman or a young girl going through incest.
But that's the thing. Why do we have to put it that way? That is one of the biggest issues with America right now. We want to give you your freedoms as long as they fucking limited to a scope that someone else agrees on. And
because
that's
the reason why, because
the reason, a fucking rape, not even a rape. What if this person is 23 years old, perfectly healthy, has a life planned out, and don't want no fucking baby? Why does it have to be some exaggerated scenario? Why can't this woman have as a sentient adult, be able to choose and know that she lives in a country and pays her motherfucking taxes in a country where she can choose her own destiny?
Well, that's that aspect of it, but the reason why we bringing up the rape and the incest, because that's a lot more, that's happening a lot more than ever, than more consensual. You can even get raped while you married.
And that's true. But even within that scenario, it's an exaggerated term. You know what I mean? Like a lot of what I feel Dave Chappelle special was about was people starting to begin to start connecting dots. Like your struggle is my struggle. My struggle is your struggle. So it's like you cannot ignore the needs of one community at this, for yours. So it's like for women and this abortion thing, you got to look at it the same way you would look at racism. Like you wouldn't want somebody to limit your fucking options based on their opinion of where you should be able to move and where you can't.
True.
Same way I wouldn't want if you want to be, if you want this child, go for it. Mistakes happen. People are fallible.
It happens.
Shit happens. This is a biological. This is not a fucking blessing by God. This is a biological function.
It is a blessing. It's a blessing. Having a child is a blessing. Because there are people that can't have them.
If that's the case, why don't nobody scream for cancer cells to stay alive? Those are living cells.
It's true.
Those are living cells within your body.
And here's the thing.
Shit.
So I hear what Devontae's saying, you have your choice. Then I hear Alexa saying, it's a blessing. Yes, it is a blessing. But then if you're giving the wrong person a child,
It's not a
that's
blessing.
right. That's another child that's going to be in the system. That's another child that's going to be found in a dumpster. That's another child that's going to be left at the firehouse. That's another child who is, going to be, who's going to come from a broken home family or whatever the case is. Another child that's going to be messed up. You
Really
know,
messed up.
Right. And I'm not, again, I'm not saying, go out and abort your child, but just use wisdom at the end of the day. Like, if you're going to go out here and do it, be safe with it. That's really it, just
Be
seriously, be
safe.
safe with it.
But
But,
even with that, let me tell you this. You're right, Jay. You're right. Another child suffering from mental illness. Yeah. Let's go back to here with Donna. Shout out to Donna Henry. Say if she don't want kids, she needs to be on birth control or something. Be responsible and everything. Let me put it like this. We got the birth control. We got all of this. Even in some aspects, they trying to go up against Plan B too, because that's also just in case of a oops. Go and take this Plan B pill just to make sure. That's another form of birth control. It's like you slowly but surely they trying to like weed out. Okay, abortion, birth control. Just these women go ahead have babies and everything. Which is like, okay, you can holler be responsible, but why is all the responsibility of whether or not a child coming to the world is on us?
But there's the
Why
thing.
it ain't
Now,
going towards y'all?
wait
Y'all,
a
it's
minute.
like
Wait a
so
fucking
yo.
minute. Wait a minute. Because pro-choice is about women. So you cannot, in all honesty, say, why does it all fall on me? It's your body.
Yeah,
Ultimately, it's your decision. So it should fall all on you. And that should be separate from government. That should be a conversation between you and your baby daddy or potential baby daddy or with plural with the S in the middle, whatever. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like these are the same people that went out of their way to put these abstinence campaigns out there. These are the same people that went out of their way to implement these pseudo moral ideas on America to say that you're a whore or a slut. If you are following basic biology, you're supposed to want dick. You're supposed to, or some form of physical connection. You're supposed to. That is a basic biological desire, right?
now.
So these people that preach all that bullshit that goes contradictory to everything in science, right? These are the same people that you can use the Bible to justify slavery for 400 fucking years. You think I'm going to trust you?
That's true. Oh shit. Damn. You're right. You're right. You're right. Oh my
Get
God.
these
You're
people
right.
out of here.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Now I'm gonna show this and then I'm gonna go to my next topic with dealing with the church's involvement of with abortions and trying to get it banned and everything. Donna Henry said this. Men can get vasectomies.
And that's a whole nother argument. I love it. Donna, you that shit. Check me out. If these people are so fucking pro-life, why don't they fix it where fucking all of the preventative measures are cheaper and more accessible?
Yeah.
welcome to America.
Why don't they put out a campaign literally saying like, yo, vasectomies are reversible now. There should be some funding for that. Where that shit at? So it's not, so it's more balanced. Not being funny, most ladies really don't care for birth control. Fuck with make your weight go weird and shit. Most ladies don't want that shit. They do it because they know at the end of the day, they stuck with whatever the fuck is in the oven. So where are these people when it comes to the policies that's going to make preventative care more effective instead of hooping and hollering the motherfucker that's now stuck alone and scared in a decision that's going to affect not just her life, but her family's life, the life of someone that don't even exist yet. Like, man, quit fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
You actually right. I can't believe I got to say this. Devontae is right tonight.
And
There's
Oh,
it's
one
always an
episode.
ugly bitch. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's the moral of all this shit.
but in the law, it's mostly the men that's trying to come after
look,
us.
and I'm not fucking that nigga either. Like, it's always somebody that I would never touch.
Oh, you right. You right.
You don't I don't never see no bad bitches like, yeah, she had that baby girl. You have to.
Unless they trying to trap a rich nigga. Listen.
She's trying to get rid of competition. If she said that to you, she is getting rid of her competition.
That'll get rid of competitions. There's a whole bunch of women out here that done had babies by a nigga thinking she gonna get rid of competition. She just became a baby mama. He on to the next. That ain't getting rid of no competition.
Look, I'm just saying, if you're gonna sit here and tell me I look so fine and you need to have my baby, I'd be like, okay, well, I better be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Just saying.
See, that's the one who's doing it. See, right there, right there. There you go.
Look, listen, hold on. Time out. If you're gonna come at me, be like, baby, you are so fine. I need to get in there and I need to get this baby in you. You're gonna have my baby. All right, you gonna be here through the whole thing?
That's true.
Because I ain't doing this low. 18 years.
You know what?
At least 18 years.
A nigga ain't finna come at you like that. Like, see, because you know why?
Shit.
A real nigga would never say that because it allows room for you to say that fuckery you just said about being a billionaire. What a real nigga's gonna do, right? And I'm not suggesting that you do this. What you do is you finish and then you look at dead in the eye and say, you'll probably be a wonderful mother. And then walk the fuck off.
What the fuck?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Leave right after.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
Do not listen to Devontae. Don't do that.
You would be a wonderful mother. You have a good night. It can leave. What? Serious? Yo, holla back at me in 9 months. What the hell?
No.
What the hell? And he's so serious. Look at his face. He is so serious.
Like, I'm not going to give you that option. If I'm that kind of person, there's not going to be a discussion. You know what I'm saying? God. And I don't like that type of person. Like, don't get me fucked up. I think that guy is a jerk, and he need to have that's the nigga that needs a vasectomy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if we gonna go there, if it's up, nigga, it's up. We finna go all the way with it. Yeah, you gonna be a beautiful single mom. I can't wait to see what this nigga do with you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Let's call it what it is. And again, I'm not promoting that. I'm not saying that's a good look. I'm just saying, man, like, man, in that scenario, and then you stuck finding out who this person really is, you might want to have some options outside of a pill, 72 hours. You know, you might not know.
You right, shit. You right about that. Now, dealing with the church involvement now, I got to get up close on this one. So y'all know it's me that's saying this shit. And you don't have to talk to them or nothing. It's me. Look, matter of fact, I'm going to do it like this. So y'all know it's me that's saying this shit. I'm going to need the church to show compassion because y'all asses out there in front of them damn abortion clinics pretty much bringing condemnation to the women that goes into the abortion clinics or the clinics that offer that is not fucking helping and is not standing for what Christianity is actually really is about. It's really about showing love and compassion and understanding because you can't sit up there and be condemning to the other women and your pastor just was up in there with his secretary that week before when you wasn't there. All right, anyway. like I said, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What I don't like is this. And I'm not saying that okay, I ain't even gonna lie to that and say, oh, I never experienced, I heard this. No, I did it. I've done it. I got a couple of them, a few of them under my belt. The procedure of getting an abortion, instead of people really looking into it, looking at it as, oh, it's just this cold hearted thing, it's really not. Those people ask when you come in to get an abortion, they ask you, are you sure? I mean, if you want to do this, you can, but this is what's going to happen. They explain the procedure, they explain side effects and everything, not only physically but emotionally. They ask if you are being forced to or coerced to do it, threatened to do it, or something like that. Are you safe? They show, the world shows more compassion than the church, because at the same time, I feel like the church should need, if you want this to not happen anymore, then you need to provide ministries instead of bringing condemnation, but offer that love and support in a natural sense. Hey, you can actually do this. I know it's scary, it's a lot, it's life changing. You can do this. You can do this. You know what? I'm going to provide more resources so you can get more help, and knowing that you can do this. Oh, my life is over. No, it's not. Oh, once again, let me go back to this. Having a child means your life is not over. Let me say it for the ones in the back. Having a child does not mean your life is over. Let me say it for the ones in the front that weren't paying attention. Having a child does not mean your life is over.
Now, can I get my little moment in the spotlight?
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, blow my shit up the way you blew your shit up.
Here you go. We're going to do this. We're going to do a solo one. Here you go. Here you go.
Bitch, it's over.
What?
Over.
No,
you need to worry about developing solid relationships with yourself, your family, and your man, getting some self-responsibility, developing financial security. There are a million things that you could be thinking about improving within yourself before having a fucking child. That is the end game. That is the shit you do when you hit like 30. That is not, this single parent life is not the fucking wave.
Who said it was?
Nigga, you run around talking about having a child is not the end of your life. Yes, the fuck it is.
It is.
I have never in life sat down and been like, you know, I can't wait to find me a single mama to smash and take care of this nigga, baby. Woo! I can't wait. I'm gonna get my mama at the gym right now.
No, no. What I mean by saying having a child does not mean it's the end of your life. Like it's the end of your life. You can't do nothing. You can't achieve your goals. You cannot achieve your dreams or nothing like that. It's not. That's not true. You can.
I agree with you.
It may be a detour, but it's not the end of your life.
Yo, a detour.
It's really not.
I agree with you.
Even married.
It's not the end of your life. You can do wonderful things, and there are so many beautiful single mothers out there. Like I'm not saying that I disagree with you, but what I am saying is a statement like that continues a narrative that says that these women don't need an incentive to create families.
Well, nowadays they don't. Shit.
And that's my problem. That's my problem. No, ain't no nigga trying to take care of you and 4 fucking kids. No. Think.
You can't speak for everybody, because there are guys that don't manage at all. Okay. And he not a simp. Say if he a simp, I swear I'm gonna take you off this mug. I got it right here.
I ain't even gotta say it. Because we all know what it is. So I ain't got.
No, it's not.
We know what it is.
It's not. It's not. Okay, let's make this straight up like this. I don't think anybody choose to be a single parent.
Nobody chooses to be a single.
Yes,
no,
there are. There are.
Unless,
there are.
They're doing that.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
You're right. A lot of people are doing that. But think about it. A lot of reasons why people are doing that is because they lack the ability to have effective and efficient communication with their partners and develop strong, solid bonds.
Not really.
That's some shit that happens. Nigga, that's some shit that's been reaching within the... Not really. Let me tell you something.
Really.
Marriage rates have been on the decline consistently, and they almost doubled since the internet became a thing. Motherfuckers are not developing the skills to have an adult human in their life in a long stretch of time. But we want a fucking baby because that replaces that human that we never developed the skills to keep.
Maybe should I say it or should you pick you?
I just want to say something really quick. So there are women out there who do the in vitros because they're tired of the dating scene. Like they have not been in successful relationships. Whatever, whether it's their issue, whether it's the other person's issue, whether it's communication issue, they don't want to be with it. Or they just don't want to be in a relationship at all. However, they've been called to be a mother, so they want to go and get the in vitro. I follow a lady on Instagram, Christina. I think it's Christina on Air. She's based out of Portland, Oregon, I think, or somewhere in Oregon.
Yeah.
She did the in vitro, and all of a sudden, she's 40 years old. Find out that she's pregnant, and I'm like, "Girl, you in a whole relationship?" Come to find out, she did in vitro. So she's a single mom, or about to be a single mom to twins.
Let me say something.
40 years old.
Albinos exist too. God damn it! That does not mean.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There's a whole afro under that hat, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. So even though we can look and say, yes, there are exceptions to every single rule, I'm not going to disagree with that. What I am going to say is one of the most detrimental things that happened to the Black community is the removal of the father. Not having a solid family base.
But was it our fault as Black women?
But check me out. When we normalize this concept of Black women being single mothers, and that is completely acceptable to the point where like motherfuckers is looking at me crazy because I'm actually involved in my daughter's life. Like that is not. We don't expect that out of no other race. And then we normalize that shit for everybody. Like, yo, come on now. You got a bunch of people that it's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Can I address a comment right quick? Heifer, did you say it could be? Really? I liked you, Ashley. So bad, so sad I gotta fire you. Wait a minute, no. Let me put it like this, okay? In the Black community, it wasn't that, it was our fault. Most of this happened because of poverty and us trying to get assistance back in the like 70s and the 80s. Well, shit, the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. Getting public assistance and was told he cannot be in the household in order for our children to eat.
You know what that's called? Normalizing.
Okay, but now it went from that being forced to by the government in order for our children to eat and have a roof over our head to now, not even nowadays, not even recent now, how it goes from, okay, the government is forcing the Black men out to Black men, not all, but majority, it's just straight leaving.
Okay, and I'm not taking from that. But what I'm saying is this. How about this? It's not by force at this point in the game. I don't feel like it was forced by force back then. But I will say that there is a level of responsible child rearing that every adult individual must think of. If you know that this nigga got a pair of Black Ones and a half a Newport in his fucking ear, bitch, reconsider that religious Bullshit. This might not be the one.
You can't say that about Tyrone.
We can
you
always
can't say that about all of Tyrone
shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can always slide that it's not our fault. And yes, I'm not saying that they weren't incentivized and there weren't incentives for the removal of black. Like that was a push. That was a political push and an agenda. I get that. But at some point, no matter, think about it like this. Both of y'all are ladies. No matter how hard a nigga push at the club, you're not just gonna give up and be like, fine, fuck it, let's fuck. Let's go have sex.
That's true. You're right.
So we can push all we want. It really boils down to a decision. The abortion thing is about a decision. Women should have the right to make a thoughtful decision within themselves.
Without the law being involved, without anybody
external. The only external influence that should come into play is the father, because that's half his baby too. Now that's a whole other discussion. That's a whole other talk.
Which, speaking of that, court with this law and everything, that's why we was talking about with the rape and the incest and dealing with the father, whoever did it, whether it was rape, incest, or consensual. If that woman decides to have an abortion, that father can possibly, well, they trying to push it, that he can sue the establishment who did it, the woman who did it, and the doctor who did it, at a minimum. I thought it was up to, no, it's a minimum of $10,000.
And now think about all of that paperwork, all of that voting, all of that thoughtfulness that went into that, and we can't figure out how to create a national policy that makes police not be able to shoot motherfuckers in the street.
Thank you.
Talk about misdirection. Talk about misdirection and poor decision making.
But it's fucked up. It's still what it's still.
You would hear me. You would hear me yelling, "That's a fucking distraction."
Yeah. Yeah. Now with the whole police thing, that's gonna be a whole nother show because, child, as of lately, ain't nobody want to be popo no more.
Look,
because of this bullshit.
To the point where auntie folks, Lori Moe, she out here fighting with the police now. You know what I mean? She fighting with them people now. Talking about she gotta get vaccinated. I ain't doing shit. The police, they gangsters. They do what they want to do.
Hell yeah, but you right. We dealing with this abortion law, and there's more important things. Because my thing is this: the whole heartbeat law, heartbeat bill that y'all trying to pass and everything, is you won't make that a priority, but okay. So she has the baby. So what's gonna keep y'all from killing my baby? Whether it's by the police or even by the food or even the water that y'all been poisoning up in here because you trying to do population control with that.
There we go. Let's look at the bucket. The same.
Are you worried about their heartbeat then?
The same religious, conservative, left-wing people, whatever wing they own, that think that shit are usually the super pro-patriot motherfuckers that send our 19-year-old sons off to war.
To get killed.
So that they can remain comfortable based on some fucking paperwork. We use the word policy, but it's paperwork.
That's it. So what's the difference?
Right.
Why is this more important than that?
I would rather spend that time and that money trying to think about real social injustice, right? Give these women the right to choose what the fuck they want to do and keep it moving.
Well, my question is this: on the part where they trying to say the father can sue, okay, my question is this: how would that dollar amount take away the pain of a loss of a child if you really wanted to be a father?
They're just doing it for the money. 9 times out of 10, they're just going to do it for the money, just like the whole PPE law.
It's not about the money. It's about making women afraid to have sex. It's about making women afraid of pregnancy. It's about making women afraid of what happens if a basic biological function occurs. That's not about money. It's a tax. It's a fuck tax. Let's think about it like that.
A fuck tax, damn. You're right. You're right.
It's more about deterrence than anything else. But
you're right.
But you know, if I'm on the other end, the winning end of that, I'm gonna cry and go to the judge. Jesus, please, not my baby. I need that $10,000.
This ruthless bitch.
This heartless horrible. You feel me? Which is not gonna fly in court. Pain and suffering. Now I'm saying that's not realistic, but at the same time, they putting it out there like that's a real thing. But that's to scare women.
For what? We already got a lot of shit to be worried about with pregnancy alone. We already got a lot of shit to be worried about with sex alone. Instead of us enjoying it, we gotta hope the nigga ain't dirty.
You gotta worry about the kids you already got walking down these streets.
Yeah.
The fuck? And then nobody thinking about no policies and no procedures and all that thoughtful paperwork and that thoughtful list of accountability, right? And financial accountability. Nobody did that shit about what's going on right now about the kids that exist.
You're right. So why is this so important? Why y'all down south is literally making this so important, but y'all not making everything else important? Like, okay, you want us to have these children. Okay, we have children, but we don't have the proper health and nutrition to feed our children. It pretty much is according to our income. Okay, if we want them to be healthy, pretty much like I said last week, we're gonna have to grow that bitch, because there's a disparity in most of our communities that dealing with poverty, which y'all redline all the damn time to keep away from the other class of folks. Our children's education, safety and education. Them little metal detectors don't fucking work, okay? Because if they did, they would have caught on to all of them goddamn heavy machinery weapons that be coming up in here with all these school shootings. You don't care. You don't care if when this child come into this world, but you care so much of making sure the child come into the world.
You know who winning out of all this shit? And I'm gonna tell you who's winning. No. Sex robots.
Because they can't get pregnant.
Boom.
Them sex dolls and everything can't get pregnant, nothing.
Think about it. How crazy is that, right? Because we're a conspiracy theory show. So I'm just going to throw it out there. What if we're priming a world of people? Not only that you don't want to get around people because of the fucking COVID, you haven't been conditioned to really talk to people in 20 years since the internet, right? Yeah. And then we interject this product where you can still handle those basic human necessities, not desires, necessities. Right, but we get paid for it. I get paid for
it. For everybody to be antisocial, no human contact.
You buy the doll, you go to work, you continue your servitude until you fucking die.
You are absolutely right.
What if this is about birth rates? What if this is about making sure that people find other humans so distasteful, right? That now some company swoops in and sells us another fucking product.
You're right. Because let's be honest, with all of this stuff going on, especially with this past lockdown that they had last year with the pandemic, how many of us was just longing for a human touch?
It's called skin hungry. There's a real term for that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think do you saying that this might be a ploy against sex, or against, okay, you get a doll, you get a robot, it ain't gonna be the same though.
I'm saying it's look, what Dave Chappelle say, impossible pussy, like this is a real thing. You know,
but it ain't the
like,
same
look,
though. Think
it's
about it.
to get you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
Okay, it can get you there, but let's be honest here. When it comes down to sex and everything, okay, sex robots, sex dolls, and everything. We're gonna say this, and then we're gonna go on out here. Let's be honest with this. I know us women, we got equipment. I know. Don't lie and say y'all don't. Y'all do. And yeah, it gets the job done, but it's a whole nother energy when it's with a person. So sex dolls, how can y'all handle it? And she just laying there looking like this.
Say something.
It's like you fucking a corpse.
That's very 1985, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about adaptable, upgradable, synthetic skin connected to the internet. This bitch is a ninja and speaks whatever language you want her to speak. Type of real industry. I'm talking
about. It's like the Alexa sex doll, so that the government can watch you having sex. That's
no,
great.
I'm not saying that the government. I'm not that you do it too much. I'm not saying that at all. But
that's exactly what that's gonna be.
What I am saying is that we have a basis within our society. With it, if you look at slavery within economic terms, you can learn a lot, and you can learn about human behavior and productivity output. There is a reason why we have a 40-hour fucking work week. Not 36.
I had 35.
Not you know, in London it's like 30. There's a reason for that. There's a productivity output that is expected by each human being, and there's a reason why we are chosen out of all the planet to reap the benefits of all that hard work in a place where we're more likely to have died before we get the benefit. Who keeps all that money? Nobody asked that shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I ain't think about that. Wow. That's fucked up.
So all I'm saying
is... Beat me up, Scotty. That's it.
I'm not trying to veer off into a weird subject, and I know we got to go. All I'm saying
but it makes sense, though. It makes sense, though.
This you build abortion ban technology.
Yeah.
You build on think about it like this. If the internet has already eroded most people's ability to speak and communicate on any type of meaningful level in real life, right? And then the pandemic turns around and says, you don't even want to be in the same room with this motherfucker. But we need you to go to work. We need you to not riot. We need you to, you know, be a fucking slave. We need you to go to work every day and push the button. Well, what's to stop commerce from developing a product that makes you have that keeps you going, keeps that hamster wheel turning? And if y'all don't think that shit is a part of the master plan, that these things are not in development, you gotta be fucking crazy.
So this abortion ban law can be a scare tactic. Okay,
this
just
abortion
don't have
law
sex.
is definitely a scare tactic. It makes women not want to fuck. It makes women feel like they're stuck in a place where child rearing is distasteful. It makes them want to not. I would rather not fuck with you because I don't want to pay $10,000 to some nigga. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to have to travel to Chicago across the country to one mistake.
Well,
look at the chess. All I'm saying is chessboard. And I'm not saying that any one piece is more or less valid. But what I'm saying is if you take a step back, it's a fucking chessboard. And people are constantly observing the moves that go on in legislation and economics and education and social justice. They're looking at that shit and they make moves behind that shit.
Right.
And they map out entire marketing campaigns based on the rhythm that the country seems to be going in the moment. That's
Right.
how a good business is gonna run.
You're
So
right.
if it were me, I'm gonna start figuring out how to get these sex robots on the market real soon.
With all this controversies and stuff going on,
Just
dealing
keep it
around
moving.
sex.
You ain't gotta worry about getting pregnant. You ain't gotta worry about
Nah,
motherfucking cheating. None of that. None of
nah.
that.
But then it also become population control.
Boom. You
Damn.
killing multiple birds with one stone, and I can charge you for the body, and I can charge you for the upgrades. And we already used to that shit because every motherfucker in here got a Netflix account. Every motherfucker in here pay for the upgrade on the phone or this and that.
Damn. Damn. Yep. You're right. You're right.
So if you
Damn. Damn. Damn, Devontae. Shit.
I'm not talking 5 years from now. I'm talking about, you
Soon.
know, 20 years from now. I'm talking about recorrect. I'm talking about creating a like herding sheep. That's all I'm saying.
And
Wow.
be like iRobot in
On some shit
reality.
like that.
Then
Like you
I'm
got to
up.
get these people conditioned for that. It takes 20 years to get people in a place where they can accept new technology. That technology already existed, but it took about 20 years to get people in a
To
place
accept
where
it.
they can accept it. The motherfucker had a shoe phone for 30 or 40 years before the first cell phone. But we know the technology was out before the general public could get it. The computer, the same thing.
Damn. Okay. That done fucked my head up right quick. Oh my God. So on that
Yeah, I
note,
can
we
be crazy.
going
I'm a drunk nigga, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know,
you kind of sounded, but you making sense on that shit. Damn. Fuck. Okay. On that note, I'm about to go fix my head right now because that's fucked up. That just fucked me up right there. Tying all of it together and seeing why it's such a push and everything. Yeah. Now that makes sense.
like think about why is everything in social media about dividing people?
It
It's not
is.
just the abortion issue. It's the
It's
LGBT.
dividing people.
It's race. It's politics. Why is the internet and why is everything in influenced by the internet and then pushed into politics? Why is there such a movement right now to keep motherfuckers tribed up?
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right. Damn, man. You're right. Damn. Okay. We gonna end it right here, y'all. Thanks for hanging with us, riding with us, and everything. We the second episode in the new season. We got some more to talk about, cause baby, we got some stuff. Next week will be our breast cancer and domestic violence awareness. I am going to get in contact with somebody that can talk to us about both, and how it has affected their life individually, and also how important it is that we can still bring awareness to this and try to find better solutions for both aspects. And then y'all come back on October 30th of this month. We're gonna end this month out with the men's rights activism versus the feminist movement. I am not ready for that show.
I can't motherfucking wait for that show.
I'm not
Ooh, I'm gonna let you
ready.
motherfuckers have it.
Oh, because Devontae might have some help on that show. Oh God, no.
Look, I'm tired of the only right I'm having is to remain silent. I'm getting about sick
Man,
of this shit.
man. And what we're gonna ask this question for that show. Has feminism, the feminist movement, have that misguided our women? Oh, Mavis. Shit, this gonna be
Anyway,
one hell of a show.
You know y'all. I think everybody that know me out here in the streets y'all know my answer.
Wait. So y'all tune in. We got two coming out this after this month, and then we're gonna move on to the next month. This is gonna be one hell of a season. Told you, we ain't playing. We in these streets. We in your town. We in your stepping on toes and shit. Here you go. Here you go. Cause tonight really made it all make sense. All right, so I am your host, Queen Alexis. You can find me here on Facebook. You can find all of us here on Facebook and everything. Also, you will find me 2 nights a week on Talk Shoe Radio with the Mountain Queens Court Open Mic and the Red Line Podcast with my girl Nelly Swag on Thursday night, both at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So y'all tune in right there. This show was brought to you by Amani Queen, for the body and for the mind, skincare, health, and self-care products, as well as confidence, hair and beard oil for the fellas. I know this weekend is Sweetest Day, and it's for the fellas. At least give them a card or something. Skittles.
Don't get no motherfucking card. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, ladies.
Something.
Ladies. If you don't want to be a single mother,
stop
thinking that a blowjob and a sandwich is the move for Sweetest Day. Okay, that's not a gift.
But we don't know what to get y'all. Well,
niggas gotta take. We gotta fucking rent a car and Uber to Grand Lux and wait 2 hours to get a click. Motherfucker, look, ladies.
I would say do a little bit more. Do a little bit more.
That nigga don't give a fuck about roses in the bed. That's your shit.
Devontae.
You don't want a T subscription.
Oh.
I'm just saying. If you really about that life, get yourself a T subscription and get that nigga a PS5 so you can carry your ass out somewhere and let that nigga live his life for 2 hours out the day.
Just 2 hours?
That's all. Look, hey.
Just 2 hours?
Anything more than 2 hours, motherfucker, be like, hey, where's she at? That's some suspect shit.
True. But I mean, what if it's a good game? I got a good 5 hours to spare.
After 2 hours, look, you done work 8, you come home, you say, hey, baby, I'm about to play the game. I'm about to hit my T subscription. Boom, she gone. You done got the game, you relaxing, you chilling, right? 2 hours, that nigga's comfortable. He ready to he about to lay you down real quick, get you right. Everything's right with the world. He does not, I repeat, he does not want a subscription to Cooper's Hawk. It ain't no.
Like Devontae said, just do something for look, love on your boo thing, all right? You know, love on your boo thing. And it ain't too late. Get y'all some stuff for him and everything. And that subscription stuff. Stupid. All right, y'all can meet us back here every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, live on Facebook at the Mad Hatters 530, on YouTube as well at Mad Hatters Podcast 530. Yo, much love. Mavis, any last words on this whole show and everything while I put Devontae in the corner?
We love y'all. It's been a long day. Yeah. And tune in next week.
All right, Devontae. Just say
it's
bye.
9:30. If you ain't even got that nigga nothing, get him a blowjob and a sandwich. God damn.
You mean. See, and we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all, and we are out.